Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Very good. You hear me, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to search the disabling the waiting. Some of the workplace was changed. I thought to find out this last week itself. Somewhat I don't know how I'm busy. See, start the today's class. Let's start with a prayer. Close your eyes, palms together. Seek the blessing from your Guru God Goddesses. As equally you are done, slowly upgrade. Okay. As usual, we are going with the three segments. First, we are going to see with the Gocharam, then our horoscope lessons, ending up with the horoscope discussion. Okay, same thing as usual. Okay, today's Gocharam. As usual, we have to see first thing with our, everybody can see the slide, right? Yes.
Yeah, we can see.
Awesome. First thing is a king and the queen. So the king is in the Meena Rasi, queen is in the Tula Rasi. So let's see the Guru in the Mithuna, Ketu in the Simha, Chandra in the Tula, Rahu, Buddhan in the Kumbha, Mangal, Sani and Surya in the Meena, Shukran in the Mesha. So first thing we have to see the king, who is Surya, queen, who is in the Tulam Chandra. So this represents the name of the month. So particularly this month, the Surya was entering into the energy level of the energy level or health of everybody will be increased gradually. So if you see this period when Dakshinayana column starts, the people health will be deteriorated slowly. But when the Uttarayana period starts, the people will increase in their stamina, increase in their ability, increase in their health. So Surya now along with the Mangal and the Shani. Let's see about the Chandra. Chandra represents about the. Now the Chandra in the Tula which is represent the people who born on the Tula Rashi or the Tula Lagna, or the Tula Rashi becomes the 8th house or the 6th house, 4th house. This is the best day for them to aware about themselves, and they can easily find out who they are, how they are behaving, like that. Okay? Give me 1 second. Sorry for that. Okay. When the Chandra was in this kind of places, then that is the day we can easily understand ourselves, how our emotional well-being was. This is the best day to check ourselves. Okay. Let's move into then other things in the Panjang. If you see, the Guru was in the Mithuna. Yearly planets you have to concentrate. Once in a while you have to have a deeper look into it. But other than that, take a look where the yearly planets are. So in the Chitra month, that is when the sun enters into the Mesha Rasi, that is the Tamil people will celebrate this Tamil New Year. This is they consider this is the beginning of the year for them. So it's the initial starting. There is a contradicted theory also here. Some of the astronomical experts will say how this kind of earlier some of the standard facts will be there, like that what the Mesha Rasi always starts here. That becomes our first house. The Kala Purusha's first house is the Mesha. some astronomy experts was they are saying, no, now the Mesha Rasi, you don't need to consider it as the first house. You have to consider the Meena Rasi is the first house. This is the contradictory theory. It will take a number of days to understand. So I skipped that part. So why I'm mentioning that? When the world was changes, when the year was passing on, the Kalapurusha chart, whatever we studying now, it is a static point, the constant point where the first house in the Kalapurusha chart is starting from Mesha Rasi may also be changed when the days moves on. Okay, this is the thought process. I want to put the seed in your mind when you developing your ideas. You understand that kind of knowledge, so keep it aside. Okay. Now, when the Surya was entering into this month, the people will celebrate here as the Tamil New Year. In this part, the other state also celebrating the same thing, but in a different dates. But the important here is when the sun enters into the Mesha Rasi, that is a Chitra month, or we consider it as a beginning. Okay, that's keep it aside. To the earlier planets, we have to consider Guru in the Mithuna, Ketu in the Simha, then the Rahu in the Kumbha, Shani in the Meena. So this one we have to all the time that in mind. Once in a while, go into a deeper look for the Bhuchara made. Okay, now let's move into the Pancham. Today, Tidi is the Tritiya, followed by the Chaturthi. Nakshatra is the Vishaka, followed by the Anuradha. Yoga is the Vajra, Siddhi, followed by Karana is the Vishti Karana, Bhava and Balava Karana. Because Ravivara we already know about that. Paksha is the Krishna Paksha. Okay, there is a one thing about here also. The peoples who born on the Krishna Paksha time, when they are the people who born on the Krishna Paksha, when they are going on the Shukla Paksha in any of the temples, this is for your understanding, this is for your testing purpose also. Do it as a homework. Consider you born on the Krishna Paksha. Okay. Whenever you go to a temple, if somebody was telling, okay, this is the remedy for you, and you go to this temple, imagine somebody was saying like that. Okay. If you born on the Krishna Paksha, okay, try go into the visit the temple on the Shukla Paksha. So this is vice versa for if you born on the Shukla Paksha, try visit the temple or pray to the god or start your prayer the opposite Paksha. That means if you're born on the Shukla Paksha, do it on the Krishna Paksha. If you are born on the Krishna Paksha, do it on the Shukla Paksha. If it's just simply, then the question will arise, what we are doing here, why we need to do that. Okay. This idea is simple. Second. Still, I couldn't find out. The idea is simple. There was an energy between the male and the female energy of yin and yang, of the fire and the cold and the fire. This is a kind of an energy. What we are trying to do, we are balancing the energy. The one which the born paksha is the Krishna paksha, means that is your you are holding that energy. What you want to acquire? You want to acquire which is not in your element, which is not in your body. So when you are going to the temple, if you go on that other side of the paksha, so that you are balancing the energy. So most of the time, you see is balancing as an energy, balancing your entire human system. You see it as astrology like that. Okay? Let's moving into. Okay, when I say like this, the people may say most of for possibly all the peoples, I guess, they love to go to the Tirupati temple. Some people will say, no, if I go to the Tirupati temple, the next few days or next few years, my days won't be that much good, and it's not luck. It doesn't bring luck for me. Some people will say, no, when I went to the Tirupati temple, the luck is coming behind me. It was like, why this contradict theory? The energy level in the temple is totally different. There is also basic truth will be there. There are the particular set of the people have to do. You will get the real benefit. There is also the another tricks there. If you do this kind of the opposite paksha, suppose in case if you thought you believe no, when I went into Tirupati temple, it doesn't bring me luck. What do? If you born on the Krishna paksha, go into the opposite paksha. going to the Shukla Baksha date, any of the day, which is you feel that is a lucky day for you. Imagine whatever I did on the Wednesday or Thursday brings me luck. You feel like that, you experience like that. You test yourself on that particular day. Okay, here is also a twist here. That's why you have to be well aware, well around yourself. If you go alone to the Tirupati temple, then the entire luck or unluck, it's totally up to you. But if you are going with along with a number of the people, suppose you go along with the friends, along with your family, then their energy level is also accumulated. That brings me luck and unluck. It's totally different story altogether. So if you want to test yourself, go on this opposite Paksha. That will give you the different understanding. Okay, why I'm saying this because of this Paksha. That's just an example. If you want to test yourself, try that. It will give you a different perspective altogether. Okay, then about the Tirupati temple, there are too many questions will come. Why I have four people in my family, five people in my family, they are born on the different paksha, or this, that, every story will, every doubts will come. Mostly, when you consider as a family, the family head is considered as you are considering going into the paksha. Family head is also coming along with you. Then considered his paksha, Tithi or paksha, for him belongs to him only. Okay? If it is going as an entire family. Whenever you say this kind of the theory, some of the things is not able to be com- some not able to fully explain in a crystal crisp manner. It's somewhat should be compromised on here and there. Okay, we'll skip it as it altogether. Then we'll enter into the one more section here, Vanija Karana. We are following with the Karanas. The one of the Karanas, Karana, that is one of the Charakarana is the Vanija Karana. Okay, let's understand about the Vanija here is here mentioning about the business related, all kind of the business related activities, whether it is a trade, whether it is a small business, large business, it's considered you are trying to start on this particular day, the Vanija Karanam is followed at the day, it will be prosperous. That is with it's written on the stone itself. That kind of the benefit you will get. Okay? So Charakarana, once you will get the same Vanija Karana in the same in a different days also. Possibly it is on, if I'm not wrong, it comes around Monday and Friday. Planet is the Venus, deity is the goddess Lakshmi or Agni itself. Naturally, it is an auspicious karna. Okay, animal is the cow. Mostly, what is the best suited for this Vanija karna is any business related activities. If you are going to sign a contract for this business, or if you are going to trade something, and or else this is the first day of your business, this is the new business you are going to start, any business ventures you are trying to start, this is the best karana for you. Or if you are trying to make a long term activities, like anything, you are planning for long term saving, if you are planning for long term activity, anything which is occurring in your life, which is long term and steady, this is the best karana for starting that. Or if you are any partnership meeting, anything cooperative efforts, anything related with the business, this karana is best. And this, because the planet is involved here is Venus, you have to keep that in mind. The Venus activity will be definitely will involved here. It's best for any artistical events. Imagine you are trying to conduct a very big events or big cultural events among your community or number of the people who group together, particularly for cultural events, or any kind of the material enjoyment is the best way. How the peoples will be? The people's born on the Vanija Karana is. Okay, here is the thing. The people's who born on is Vanija Karana. The nervous system works exactly in a business people. Their mind was being gauging against the profit and gain only. It's not like a negative trait, it's a positive trait. They understand everything as a business. Okay, if this goes up from me, what comes into me? They see everything as a business. So how these people, this really good, intelligent thinkers, and they have this very good ability to negotiate anything. Even some of the people will think this is you don't even negotiate. This is 100% not able to negotiate. These people are really negotiators. When it comes into the negotiation, the recently one Korean drama was coming along with the negotiation itself. It's really fantastic. When I see this, I remember this Karanavan. But I couldn't remember the name. It was really wonderful drama. These people are really very well negotiable. And importantly, they are inclined towards artistic nature. Anything comes under, they important, at least one of the artistic behavior will comes as a natural quality. It's an inbuilt quality for them. Their nervous system works in such a way that they want to see everything as a beautifully. Even if they have a very simple door, they want to do it decorate. They need some kind of a border, glittering with something. Some kind of the glossy feeling. They need like that. Importantly, they definitely stand out in the crowd, and they do very strong willpower. They are very much a lot in nature because of the business thought, business activities comes every second in their mind. They're very a lot in nature, and these people can able to see not other people cannot see that kind of the intelligent thought process, and they also have the strong will. Obviously, they are very hardworking. Okay, okay, let's move into our next section of this class. Okay, now we are going to see about the horoscope lessons. We are seeing about the ninth lord in the various parts. So till last week we see about 1 to 5 when the ninth lord was in the first power, second, third, 4 and 5. First lord we know about it. It is about the Jataka itself. It is about the self, how or she looks like, how she will behave like that. When the ninth lord was in the first house means in the Lagna, the ninth lord was sitting. It's good or bad, it's totally good. These people are really self-made persons. Before that, what is the ninth house will represent? It is the Bhagyasthana, it is the Pitrusthana, not the Pitrusthana means your ancestors, particularly here mentioning your father ancestor, father heritage. Or do you have the blessing from your ancestor or particularly from your father lineage? Okay. Do you have a fortune? When Puru, here the Puru Punya, it comes from kind of the ancestral blessings. And your father-like figure, your gurus, are you able to go for a long sea voyage? How is your higher education? Everything comes under the nine. Now, important. I want to remember only three things. Remember health, remember this one: fortune, father, and a long travel. If anybody wants to know what is the fortune means, if your health, wealth, and wisdom is in an equilibrium, then that is your fortune. Okay, ninth lord in the first house is good or bad? Very good, very auspicious in nature. These peoples will definitely reach their top through their hard work itself. Ninth lord that means the Bhagyasthana Adhipati, that is the ninth lord, is in the Dhanasthana, that is the second house. Here, how it will be? They inherited the
Sorry,
parental.
Vanita. Usha is waiting for getting admitted. Sorry.
This is the thing I try to find out. Usually, in the previous workplace, there was an option to disable the waiting list. The next time when I try to create a meeting, I disable this automatically. Then you can, I don't want to admit you, you can just join. I will try to do that. I thought to do that this week itself, somewhat I forgot. Okay, very sorry for that.
Okay, thank you.
Now let's see about the ninth lord in the second house. Ninth lord is the ninth lord is the Bhagyasthana Adhipati, that is your Pitrusthana Adhipati, you said in your Dhanasthana. How it will be? Definitely achieve your prosperity from your father's side. Okay? Somewhat you have the diversified interest. So good or bad in a single word, it's really good. Your father will be prosperous and have the greater reputation. Now let's go to ninth lord in the third house. The Dhairyasthana. In the Bhagyasthana Adhipati was sitting in the Dhairyasthana, that is ninth lord in the third house. How it is going to be? It, it's going to give you the portion with your art, passion, and communication. It's good or bad? Totally good. Why? And one of the Trikonadipati was sitting in the third house, brings you greater luck in your life itself. Okay. Now let's see about the ninth lord in the fourth house. That is your Matrusthana or Sugasthana. In that Bhagyasthana Adhipati was sitting. It is a ninth lord in the fourth house. You definitely will have blessed with house in the conveyance. Ninth lord in the fifth house, second Bhavat Babu. Father becomes your fortune, fortunate and successful. These people is definitely known by the renowned by their learning. How some people will see you because of how much you will learn, help the society, how much you will contribute to the society. When the ninth lord in the fifth house means is totally auspicious. Okay, that's a revision. We're moving into today's class. Ninth lord is a sixth house. Okay, now let's see about ninth lord. Ninth lord represents about your ancestral blessings, your punya, father, guru, God, father, guru, father like figure. So that is your ninth lord. And the sixth house, Roga, Renu, Ripustan. That is your disease, enemy, and your debts. And the sixth house also represents about your success. It's also represents about your competitiveness. In a life, imagine there is a world which is having the only 100 people. All the 100 people having the competitiveness in their nature? No. Only few people will have this competitiveness in nature. They want to compete with everybody. They love to compete with mission itself. They want to compete with each and everyone in the world. But not everybody was like but most of the people want to live a happy and peaceful life. But that kind of the competitiveness is also defined by the sixth house itself. And now let's see about this is the sixth house. Okay, they are wrongly mentioned. It is the ninth house. This is the sixth house. Health, debt, enemies, your competitiveness, and how successful you can be in this world. It's all defined in the sixth house. So here the ninth lord was sitting. How it will is the success will definitely come to your doorstep. That means you no need to struggle a lot. It doesn't mean that my ninth lord in sixth house, my success will be, I don't need to do any effort. My success will be come to me easily. It's not like that. Some people will imagine the success was here. Some people will do 100 steps to reach here. But you no need to take 100 steps. Take only 5 steps. You will reach the success. It's in other words, it's come and call you to drag them out of their comfort zone, and the success will come to at the home itself. It's easy for them in a simple way. The success will come to them very easy. And these people are really good. Why? If anybody was helping in their very hard time or normally helping people, just because never forgot them, they will definitely keep that in mind and show their gratitude every way they can. Okay, definitely there's people success in the litigations. That means their enemies won't be stand in front of them. When Trikonadipati was sitting in the sixth house means none of the enemy can stand in front of them, particularly if they are fighting against their wealth. If there's somebody who was snatching your property from you or snatching your asset from you, this is totally not possible if you are ninth lord in the sixth house. This is an interesting one. The finance comes through the divine providence. This is totally possible. The finance will come. Okay, here. The father would be highly successful in his profession because sixth house is the 10th from the ninth house. I don't know how you can understand. Give me 1 second. Let me... lost my question. Here. You consider an example. In this example, Lagna is the Mesh Lagna. Then which becomes my sixth house? Which becomes my sixth house?
Kanya is sixth
Kanya,
and
right?
Dhanu Rashi is ninth.
So Dhanur is my ninth house. Who's the Lord here? Jupiter is the Lord. So the Guru, the ninth Lord in the sixth house. So Jupiter in the sixth house. Okay, here is the thing. Sixth house, 10th from the ninth. This is the sixth. If you count sixth house, 10th from ninth. Who's your ninth house? This is your ninth house. Okay, then count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. Sorry, it's 10. You got this point, right?
Yeah.
So this is the ninth house. Your sixth house becomes the 10th house of the ninth house. If it's going like a kind of a complex one, but it's very easy. Your sixth house, your ninth house. Your ninth house representing your father. So every 10th, the 10th house from wherever you are referring, here, the ninth house is your father. Count from here, the 10th house is the sixth house. So that's why this is the profession of your father. If the ninth lord in the sixth house, what is the connection here? This lord was sitting in here. Who is he? The father's profession. The father is in the ninth house.
Healthcare.
Lord was sitting in the sixth house. So your father profession will be flourished. Simple, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anybody was having ninth lord in sixth house? So, second, I needed something to put. Okay. Anybody having ninth lord in sixth house?
No one. I don't.
Some of the film personalities who have this ninth lord in the sixth house. Now it's moving into the ninth lord in the seventh house. Okay. Seventh lord is about your opposite peoples. One interesting thing now you can understand this point also. See, for example, Lagna is you, and your opposite is a 7. Right? Second house is the Dhanasthana, which is opposite is the 8th house. It goes like this only. Your Dairyasthana is the 3, its opposite is your 9. For your Matrasthana, this becomes the 10th is an opposite. 5 is the what are you saying for a child? Yeah, about that. So this is for your progeny. That house is for opposite is 11. And 6, that is for your that is for your 12. Same goes for spouse, your Lagna. 8th house is for any transformation that's leading to Dhanasthana. 3 and 9, 3, it's okay. So why I'm telling this here? This is, if anything one starts here, it have to be an opposite, right? If this was represent you, your opposite is your any people's in front of you. Maybe your spouse, it may be your partners, it may be your colleagues, it may be any questions in front of you. Okay, that is your 7th. Anything which is in front of you. Can be your boss, client, customer, who can ask you questions, why you did that. Okay? That becomes your 7th house. Imagine the people who's in front of you. Then you may ask, either my father is also in front of me or my mother is also in front of me. Okay, they all have the different position in the chart. Okay, leave that people, they are close immediate family. And why the spouse is considered as an opposite direction? See, here is the thing, the one cycle of the life here. And from here, your next life will start. It's a kind of the eighth house represents your transformation. We keep that in mind. There was I will add on to this one particular thought process later on, but I want to make an initial step here. So every house which is having an opposite, keep that in mind all the time. Then we will later develop this thought process into various ideas. Okay, now we'll see about the ninth lord in the seventh house. Imagine this is my Mesha Lagna. My ninth lord is the Guru. Here, this is my ninth lord. Who is Guru? My seventh house is here, Tula. Ninth lord in the seventh house means Jupiter in the seventh house. That is Jupiter in the Tula Rasi. So I already told you the seventh house represents your spouse, partners, boss, client, customers, anything in front of you. Any questions, anything in front of you consider that is your seventh house. Gift is also seventh house. So that seventh house, in that seventh house, the ninth lord was sitting. Who's that ninth lord? Ninth lord is for your Pitrusthana, this is for your Bhagyasthana, this is for your ancestral blessing, your fortune, Purva Punya. Here, the Purva Punya, the from the fifth house Purva Punya, totally different. Don't get confused. Fifth house Purva Punya is the you acquired uh, from your previous past life. Whatever the karma, which good or bad deeds, which I did, I come back as a baggage to this life. That is your fifth house. Ninth house is totally different. This Purva Punya, which is talking about your ancestral blessing, which is come from your father lineage. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, here, when the ninth lord in the seventh house means these peoples will get luck or get prosperous after their marriage. You may see the people's number of astrologers will say any horoscope they saw that, and the ninth lord in the seventh house. The Jataka will say, oh, I suffered a lot. I faced a number of obstacles in my life. I couldn't see any progress. And they will tell in one word, don't worry, you will get married, the luck will comes after you. Okay. Then the same person will again come and say, I didn't see any luck. There is bad luck only I'm seeing. That's a totally different story because how your spouse horoscope will be. But most of the time, the ninth lord in the seventh house, their luck generally start after their marriage. Okay. Here, for this person, mostly ninth lord is representing about your father. So the father goes abroad and get prospered. Definitely, these peoples will have the Jataka will have fortune in the foreign land. And importantly, this is the one point the first point I told you, right? The luck is generally after your marriage. But some people will say, no, I don't have the marriage, I have only the bad luck. This won't happen for the people who have the ninth lord in the seventh house. If the combination was exactly correct, there was no malefic graha aspect and there is no malefic graha combination. And we are only seeing the happiest way, only the ninth lord in the seventh house. And the blessed with the noble and the lucky spouse. For this reason, they definitely will have the luck after their marriage. Marriage is a sacramental function. I don't know about is why they mention it as. in simple word, they have a very good, happy family life. They want why? Because they have the understanding partner. They go with their ups and downs in their life, whether it is in a hard life, whether they have to struggle a lot. They hold their hand. They didn't find the hardness in their life. Okay, very simple in one line. Ninth lord in seventh house. You will definitely have a good spouse in your life. Anybody having like this? Ninth lord in seventh house. Okay, let's move on. Ninth lord in the eighth house. Okay, ninth lord we already know about it. Ninth lord represents your Bhagyasthana, it's Pitrusthana, ancestral blessing, father, guru, father-like figure. And any traditions, cultural things, anything traditionally, conventionally, you are following something in your family, signified by the ninth house. And that lord was sitting in the eighth house. Eighth house is in. Okay, this is the eighth house, okay, not ninth house. Eighth house is for your longevity. It represents the transformation, it represents your vitality. And house, it's a house of mysteries, foreign settlement, anything which is hidden in nature, anything, then it can be a treasure, hidden knowledge, apple science. It's all represented by the eighth. Now, ninth lord in the eighth house, how it will be? The eighth house, what are the things you have to remember? Eighth house is the those. Eighth house is a hidden house. And in that, the Trikona Adhipati was sitting. How it will be? Is that good or bad? When the Trikonadipati was sitting in the Musthana also, it will give you benefit. Why? This people becomes a self-made person, self-made fortune altogether. The fortune is by them only. Whatever the fortune in their life, it's made by them only. They are very good analysts in nature, right? Because the Bhagyasthana Adhipati, the Adhipati of the Bhagyasthana was sitting in the house of the seeker, house of the people who eighth house is also for the constant seekers, seeking of the truth. That's why they are very good analysts. All different route from father, there is a possible. I'm pretty much not sure why different. I don't know how they correlate with that also. Okay, here comes the next one. Luck and fortunate definitely comes from an oversophistication and travel and business. They may say, when the ninth lord in the eighth house, if you're still studying here and you didn't find any luck, best option is to try for go for an education or at least for a travel and do a business in the overseas. You find a luck in here. It's importantly saying that you have the kind of a luck, you have definitely kind of able to find and fortunate very far away land only. So how is that possible? When the ninth lord in the eighth house gives you that kind of an energy, you will find a fortunate when you will do the investment in a different land altogether. They definitely have the good financial management. How come this is possible? Because the kind of analytical mind make them to do everything in a clean and effective financial management. Okay, here is the thing. The ninth house is for ritual. Okay. But when the ninth lord in the eighth house, these people are not ritualistic. Okay. They are not interested to follow the rituals. Okay, you understand the rituals, right? In the Hindu Dharma, there are the different rituals to worship any deity. You have to follow this kind of the steps to pray or to continue any kind of the traditional rites itself. So these people are simply, in the ninth lord you see them in the eighth house, they won't be ritualistic. Okay, that's totally not possible. Anybody having ninth lord in eighth house? No? Awesome. We'll move on. Some of the flame personalities here. Now, ninth lord in ninth house is super fantastic. Ninth lord itself auspicious one because he's one of the Trikonadipati. Ninth lord is representing your father, fortune, philosophy, higher education, religion, ethics, cultural tradition, long travel, your education, higher education, everything. And that lord sitting in his own house. So it's a good thing, right? Double good thing. Most of the time, these people looks youthful and very charming in nature. And they prefer independent life. When they mostly prefer independent life. They don't want to be a dependent person in their entire life. Okay. Here is one thing. When the ninth lord in the ninth house moves, possibly higher possible, they at least they are away from the father, or dissipated from the father, or the time spending between the father and the children will be very less. The father will be working in other district or other state. He cannot be travel and stay together with the family. Or the child was studying. One or the other way, they can't be together. And when the ninth lord in the ninth house, you definitely travel overseas. There is no doubt about it. Because the ninth lord in the ninth house, it's a religious, ethical, traditional thing. The philosophy will come automatically. The mind will think philosophically. Mostly, okay, here is the thing. The active and agile energy will come as an inbuilt quality for them. They can able to do very well in the sports, dance, everything. Okay? How come this is possible? Even if you see their bone structure will be different. The peoples who born in the ninth lord in the ninth house, their bone structure will be different. That's why they can able to stand. They can able to do repeated task again and again. Why is the biggest thing here? Some of the people who born on if some of the people who born with the Saturn's energy higher in their birth chart, they even though their bone structure is in a good level, the Saturn effect is too much on them. It makes them the Vata effect to increase in their body. The most of the time, the bone will crack to each other. The bone is not that even though it will be in a very good shape, it won't be helpful for them. For these people's ninth lord in the ninth house, bone structure itself different. Most of the people's when people are practicing dance and doing the sports activities, they understand how the bone structure will help you in the standing for long hours, doing the same practice again and again. How much the bone structure is efficient for you. But why I'm emphasizing here, in the ninth or in a ninth house, it's an inbuilt nature. They have the kind of an bone structure which will give them agile and active in nature. They can stand and practice for again and again the same thing. Okay? Anybody having ninth lord in ninth house?
Vanita, I have not mine, but then I have my son-in-law's is ninth lord in ninth house.
Lagna?
He is this one, Meena.
Lagna and
Ninth house is becoming the Vrichika, which is Mars, and Mars is there in the ninth house.
only Mars.
Only Mars is there. Yeah.
Okay, how it will be?
I think I agree with everything, but except that away from father, no, they were together only.
They are
Maybe time spent might be less, that I do not know. But now, of course, definitely they live in two different places. But then, as a child, I don't know. But then they were not separate. That was one thing.
and now they are living together. That's what you are saying, right?
No, no. Now they live in two different cities. However,
Mm.
Vicky is married. But then earlier, I don't think they were separated. At least till his undergrad, they
Okay.
were together only. Yeah.
Okay, understood. So the other things are totally
Yeah,
matched.
he's very active and he plays tennis regularly and he's a fitness.
Mm.
Yeah, he reads a lot of philosophical books. Yeah, he's charming and youthful. That is also there for his age and independent. That's what. Everything else is correct and except for the away from father. That's
Well, here is it. When away from the father, this is general rule. And the ninth lord in the ninth house means you're away from the father, or the time spent will be less.
yeah,
This is a general.
probably time. I do not know that because as a childhood, maybe father
This
might
is
have been busy. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
That's a general rule. But how it will be overridden, how it will be cancelled each other, that the graha which is present in the father, if this child horoscope itself, if the sun was placed in a strong location,
Yeah.
then
Okay.
the kind of this effect will be nullified.
Nullified. Yeah.
Or else, suppose in case if the Mars was aspected by some other grahas, again the effect will be nullified. That's what I'm saying. The ninth house means it's the happiest scenario. We are not adding any probability in this thing. We are just saying, okay, this is the happiest thing. Ninth lord and ninth house. I'm saying like this. That's why when we see away from the father is not possible, then here is the thing. Now we are seeing the ninth lord in the ninth house. It is also mentioned. Okay, what is the house with the Mesha here? The second house for the same Jataka. Here is the thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
second house and
Second house and the ninth. So what you can also say here, second lord in the ninth house. The same lord only. The Mars is the lord of the two houses for this Jataka, Meena Lagna. Second house and the ninth house. For this one, ninth lord in the ninth house. Yes. And the same thing, second lord in the ninth house also. So that is also will be balanced with each other. So it's a kind of one will be balanced with each other. Here, if the second lord in the ninth house means, anybody remember second lord in ninth house?
second lord.
Okay, here. Mostly these peoples will have a paternal parent side, particularly from the father side, the wealth will come. The earning from the overseas, and the possibly it's a larger family. They will get a overseas from a different overseas university, scholarship from the overseas universities, and there is a higher possibility of the business travel. So if that was when you combine it together, if the Dasha Buddhi was happening, the Marsha Dasha, Marsha Buddhi was happening, then there is a higher possibility this effect will be come into picture.
Even I have a ninth lord in ninth, ma'am. Satish.
Oh, what do you have? Ninth lord in?
Ninth.
In
Gemini ascendant.
Okay, now tell me what is it? Ninth lord in?
Ninth house.
Okay. Which lagna?
Midana.
Your ninth lord is there Saturn. Saturn was in the same house. That's what you are saying, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Which one is exactly matching? Which is?
Everything is exactly matching except my father. This thing. I was not away from my father, but he wouldn't be able to have time to spend with me.
One or the other way will happen.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I long travel and overseas settlement. I'm not sure. I was born in Chennai, and I'm almost staying in Bangalore for the past 12 years.
So this is not possible. This is not happening for you.
And long travelers, I have been, when I was working, I was traveling abroad a couple of times. That's it. After that, no.
You worked in overseas or no? No.
I didn't work overseas. I used to go on business trips there.
You worked in overseas or no?
No.
No,
I
not
was
even
in
working.
Indian
There is
company. I was going there for business trips.
So the business trip is the long travel or
Could be say hardly 10 days or 15 days, like that, 3-4 times. The others are all very matching very much.
There is a difference between when you remember any of the graha was aspecting the Saturn.
Jupiter is from Lagna.
Okay, now imagine a thing. If there was no Jupiter aspect in the ninth house, the Saturn was in the ninth house. How it will be? The youthful and charmingness, the higher possibility will be less. You may imagine a situation in the ninth lord in ninth house. He looks like 100% is youthful, but when the Saturn was present, the percentage will be very less. Maybe reduced to 75%, or it may be drastically reduced to 50%. It depends upon the graha which is present.
Yeah.
And Jupiter was expecting there is a higher possibility. This this percentage won't reduce. He may look like fruitful and charming. The maturity level also, the Saturn is not an immature planet. Saturn is a very mature, disciplined, and justice planet. And aspected by who? Wisdom. And
Jupiter.
when the wisdom and what is it?
Aspected by Jupiter.
Yeah, wisdom. I'm mentioning for the Jupiter, aspected by Jupiter. So that gives the wisdom. So when the wisdom and the maturity are combined together, definitely he is very over mature or independent like. Okay? This is totally possible, or at least the time away from the father will be less.
But
If this is
I lost my hair by 30, 33 years itself. I lost of hair.
what you lost?
My
His
hair, I
hair,
said.
his
I grew bald
exactly.
fast.
See, my son-in-law also, he is in the verge of losing lots of hair. I'm telling you, he is also now 34, 35. Yeah, he every time he's kind of balding. So some similarity I could immediately catch up.
Maybe they become too philosophical. They end up losing everything.
Okay, when you're saying about the bald head, that's completely related with your liver strength. If
What's
your
that?
your
Liver, okay.
if that is not a proper your gut health was not good, and if your liver is not good, then you may say, oh Nida, I didn't even smoke, I didn't even drink, and how is that my liver is spoiled?
No, definitely I won't agree because he eats only healthy food. He doesn't touch junk food.
Yeah,
Only nuts and all those
that's what
kind
I'm
of
Me
saying.
too.
high-end foods
Maybe
only
too
he
Same
too
eats.
case.
maybe too much sun. Sun is strong.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming. If you
Because he
the
doesn't eat, because food is very particular. Protein is a must, like that he is.
Balanced.
Okay, the protein is a different story altogether. You don't need the few grams of the protein, but the doctors won't accept you when you need a large amount of protein. But if your protein intake was heavier in your body and you have to do that kind of
He does,
physical
he does.
activity,
He is a big fitness freak, actually.
but
Anyways, okay.
okay, there is also speaking against. When the bald head was coming, if you see the people who do the heavy sadhana, they also had the bald head. That's you may question mark also right here. The thing is when the large amount of the heat goes away from your top of your head, particularly the people who are doing a large sadhana, the I saw the many of the people who do the yogic sadhana in a different way. The first thing I was really wondered about was uh, my father has a bald head. So I understand why. What is his reason? Because he works 24/7. He works in the police department. He didn't have an idea about when to sleep, how to sleep. Also, he works 24/7. So that's why the hair was losing. It's totally understandable. But I saw the people who do the yogic sadhana for a number of years. They also lose their hair. Then that leads me the question: oh, why? Should not happen, right? Then I understand the thing, what kind of the practice they are doing, what kind of the sadhana they are doing, and how come the gut health was in gut health for particular person. And altogether that leads to that. If your body was emitting too much of the heat and your fire element was losing and the other element was increasing in your body, there is a first thing it shows the signs your hair loss will be high. In other words, if your oil in your body, kind of the fluid in your body becomes lesser in any sense, then the first thing your hair loss will be the first symptom in your body. If you see the people who lives in the Kerala, their hair loss was little drastically less. What is the reason? They increase the fluid in their body in a different ways. They put their
No, they
oil.
swim in coconut oil. That's a simple reason.
Yes, simple thing. The moisture, how you increase your moisture in your body. You may eat the organic food. You may increase this, that, everything. Okay? But the one good thing about your hair is you have to sleep well. and you have to eat well, and the body clock, it should be work well. And importantly, you should be happy inside and outside. And the happy thing about when I see the people do the heavy sadhana, they are very much happy. They didn't even care about whether my head is bald or not. But then I understand from the works, because of the fire element increased drastically, this leads to the fluid was in their body will be drastically reduced. That's why it leads to the hair loss. Total different story for the normal people like us. If you see the place which I live, here the people normally what do you think about the people who do for the sadhana? They go to the very high hill station, or very the people the less crowded areas like Himalayas, range like that. But here in my district itself, there are about so many people do the sadhana, particularly for the samana. These sadhakas are called as a samanargal. I don't know how to say in English. We call it as a samanargal. Then I wondered why these people, our district was
Jains,
real.
right?
Jains, I don't know, they call it as, I'm not sure about the exact meaning of the samanargal. And this people's practice was totally different. You really wonder. Most of the time, they increase the fire in their body. Among the fire elements, they increase the fire in their body. But the district which I am saying, right, was drought. There was no greenish, and it's just a very very normal district. Okay, and I really wonder why these people that come and practice here. One important thing here about is the water is less. They don't find the water pond nearby the practice area. They increase the fire in their body. They look very lean, and their how they increase the nirvana, because increasing the fire level, they reach that kind of a level. There are the various stories of various folk stories among here. I don't want to drag you into that, but the wild story comes along this. Why I'm telling any symptoms in your body is you to tell you one important thing. Something in your one of the five elements was increased or decreased. For bald head, as per my understanding, the fire element will be increased drastically, and you have to be, or moisture in your body will be reduced, or else there are various reasons will come. You may not happy, or most when the five elements was imbalance happening, one or the other way will come. Okay, then the question will come. Uh, I do all kind of things. I do keep my body moisture all the time, and I eat organic food, and I sleep very well. I eat very well. Why I need that? Here comes the planet thing. The Saturn will increase the dryness in your body because it's kind of the combination of the dry air. It's not a breeze; it's a dry air. It reduces the moisture. That is the natural quality for them. But how we can do that? Simple thing. The as much as possible, increase the oil usage in your body. At least external application. But it won't come and it won't work immediately when you are above 40 or above 50. You won't see the effect immediately. That's why you see, oh, I don't see any effect. How come I increase my moisture? The moisture increase is not comes from one day, the very next day won't come. That's why it have to be practiced from the earlier days itself. 4 5 years, when you are practicing the moisture increase in your body or balancing the moisture increase in your body, it will come. It's like this only. See, I practice my body for 20 years. It goes ups and downs among the five element, and my now I realized my body was imbalanced. Now I have to be immediately changed. That is takes some time, at least for the next 10 years. That's what my understanding. Okay, let's come back the classes. Yeah,
Vinita, even I have a ninth lord and ninth house, Nina.
you have quickly ninth house. Your Lagna is the Rishabha Lagna, right? Nina, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Rishabha. And your ninth lord is again Saturn. Saturn here.
Capricorn. Yes, that
Correct? Okay, which one is
correct.
good? Which one is not? Which one is?
It's all correct.
It's all correct. Awesome. And anybody was suspecting the Saturn?
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
no aspect. No aspect.
Awesome. Okay, because when the Saturn was here, you definitely have that kind of the maturity will come on its own independently. Okay, the Saturn nature is an independent. And Saturn wants to live away from the father. Saturn don't, especially Saturn don't want to depend on the father. It doesn't mean he or she doesn't love the father, love his or her father very much, but they don't want to dependent upon his father. Okay? Long travel is highly possible. Uh, Possibly these people are when the Saturn was sitting in a ninth house, you can literally say these people are philosophical in nature. Okay, okay, and I stop here. I thought to see the horoscope also. I could go, but I quickly finish this. Okay, now we are seeing the AC Murali sir horoscope. Now we are going to see the fourth house. Okay, fourth house here. I'm not asking the questions here. I quickly finish the class. Okay, fourth house is mainly fourth house is for the Matrusthana Shikabhava. Any inner happiness you express. Any what is your happiness in your life? You go and see your fourth house. Fourth house is represents your emotional security. How well you feel emotionally secure. That is defined in your fourth house. Your inner happiness, real estate, asset, vehicles, your basic education comes under the fourth house. Fourth house is also mentioning your chest, lungs, heart, and breast. Now, Rahu in the Buddha house. Okay, here. Which house is this? This is the Mithuna. Who's the Lord here? The Lord of the house is the Mercury. And fourth house, that for the Meena Lagna, Mithuna becomes the fourth house. House Lord is the Buddha. In this, Rahu was posted. How it will be? Rahu is going to give you the challenges. Challenges in what? Challenges in material thing. Sorry, challenges in your relationship. Rahu is going to, there are three things you have to see, right? In the material, in your health, and in your wealth. Sorry, in your relationship. Rahu will give you the n number of challenges in your relationship. Your domestic life, your happiness in your life may get disturbed because Rahu was here. The relationship between the mother may not be that much good. One thing is the mother is away from you, or even though the mother are living with you, the relationship may not be that much good. That or else there is a challenges in the relationship. Okay, now let's see about the health. The health you not that much drastically because when the Rahu was in the fourth house, it may give some kind of the challenges in your body, particularly among this kind of the. It's on somewhat there are a few parts of the stomach is also involved. Little bit challenges here and there it will come. And when it comes into the materialistic thing, Rahu gives you like that. The strong drive will come to acquire the materialistic prosperity because that gives you this strength. Rahu will gives you, okay, go ahead and achieve this. And even the energy was there, you can able to achieve, definitely you will achieve because that is Rahu's energy. Okay. Now let's ask the Sar itself. So which one is correct? Which one is correct?
No, actually, my relationship with mother was excellent, but I was far. I was, at 25, I left, and she passed away when I was 50. So I guess half the time I was away. But materialistic pleasure. I mean, I'm not into, I don't really opt for anything, material pleasure or material acquirement or whatever. But health has been good, but yeah, maybe some chest and lungs issues here and there, but otherwise health has been good. So those are the things. I mean, that's the challenges. Yes, domestic challenges. It's yes, it was. It's probably It's always there. I mean, it was there. So, but I will probably not have Rahu Dasha in my lifetime because it is supposed to come when I'm 9,500 actually. So I don't think I will live that long. But that will be the last because I started with Guru Dasha, so the Rahu will be the last one in my life. So it will be 102. When I reach 102, Rahu Dasha is supposed to take over. But otherwise, things are all okay. Rahu, I don't know, what effect Rahu has in my life, but I was told by one person that, I don't enjoy the materialistic benefits that I earn, whatever I acquire, or whatever money or profit, whatever I make, I will not enjoy because of Rahu in fourth place. That's what I was told, but I don't know if that is the truth. But I am very philosophical. Well, I'm bald too. I got bald in 30 when I was 30 in my 30s, but I think it is because what you just mentioned, like heat. Yeah, I think it's that my son is strong actually, and Kuja is also strong. So I think combination probably, and
Sun
also
in
I
fifth
was
house, too much of thinking again.
actually that is in the Rashi Kundali, but Bhava Kundali actually it moves to fourth house.
Which the sun was moved to Rahu.
Yes, sun is with Rahu in Bhava Chalit.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and what other was you were telling about? Oh, yeah. I stayed in the, when I was in 30s, I stayed in a place. It was kind of dry place, actually. It was in Washington, D.C. Most of the time, it's kind of dry. So, that's probably what it is. Combination of sun being strong and the Rahu are dry place. So, that was the reason for my hair loss. I know my heat energy is, more in my body. In the Panchabhuta, heat is more in my body. So that's why I visited Arunachal, Tiruvannamalai temple.
Why?
So,
If somebody was asking you to go to increase the fire element, you already have this. Why?
I already have, but that is, I want to thank Arunachala. So anyway.
Okay. The the best thing is when the materialistic benefit Ragu will give for sure. The domestic peace will not be that much easily achieved because when the Ragu was there in the fourth house, then definitely have to be the challenges. It doesn't mean it cannot be achieved. Challenges only.
But his guru
If
is
you-
aspecting his fourth house, man. That's will be good.
No.
I made a mistake. Sorry.
No. No aspect on the fourth house, actually. Nothing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that was Ragu didn't have it. Yeah. And the mother, there is a thing when the relationship will come for particularly fourth house mentioning about the mother. If the relationship is not good, but if you are far away from your mother, then that was nullified. Okay? That's why when the people will say when you have a Rahu in the ninth house, it's not good for you when you're staying in your own land. Go away from your own land, you will definitely flourish.
So if it is in the fourth house, that's what
If it is in the fourth house, you will definitely achieve the materialistic prosperity, no matter what. The Rahu will give you. But where it will touch your health, it will touch your relationship. But in the relationship also, you far away from your relationship, that was considered as the Rahu was feel that, okay, I done my job. Because his mother is not next to him. So I'm done my job. And let's check into the health. Give a little bit here and there disturbances. That's the Rahu will do. But when the Graha present in any of the position, it will do its work. But how you are going to manage, how you are going to pacify, that we will have to see. Okay?
Yeah. So another thing, actually, even I think Meena Lagna, I think you had mentioned when Meena Lagna people should live close to the ocean or close to the sea. So when I was living, when I live in the island, I think, I My health is perfect. I mean, I never took sick leave in almost 15 years. So
That's
I never got
awesome.
upset with my health. So I think, that's living close to the sea is
Yeah,
beneficial for me.
exactly. Because that's your body constitution, say. That is you. Because when your element and the natural element was combined together, that gave you the potential energy, you find the real happiness. It may not be your homeland, it may not be your own hometown, but if that was your body and the place which is surrounding you, matching with your element, that will give you the different piece altogether.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Anybody want to add here? Ragu in the fourth house.
And his fourth lord is in the fifth, which is really good, helping his fourth house, I think.
Fourth lord. We'll see that in the next week. Yes.
That's what
The
Mercury
Mercury
is the
Yeah, that
lord.
could be. Yeah, that could be. That could be
yes.
also. Yeah.
Fourth lord in the fifth house. We'll see that in the next week.
Yeah, that's self-made wealth, right?
Yeah, and more comforts.
That
Yeah.
is exactly true. The self-made wealth. Yes, whatever I have, I earned it
Burned yours.
very
And you
hard,
also
very
will
hard.
maintain, you will also strive to maintain good relationship with
Yes.
the broader society.
But that is true. Also, I am very, very. My
Cordial
social life is
relationships.
very good. My social life is very good, and that's one. I'm blessed to be recognized as a good person in my social circle. So that's also my.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I end the lesson here.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you all next week.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Anita. Thank you.
Anita.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.